Hello, welcome to Summer Circle Time. This week we've been talking about camping, and today's theme is the woods and animals that can be found living in the woods or the forest. So today's letter is W. W looks like this. To decorate the letter W, all you need to do is just scribble scrabble just this once at the top of each of these 3 points on the W, and then color the rest of the W brown. That makes it look like a tree or trees. So there you go. That's what letter W looks like. That's how we're going to decorate it today. And now let's see if we can talk about what letter W sounds like. Letter W kind of, when you make your mouth like the W, it sort of looks like you're about to whistle. So make your mouth kind of look like you're about to pucker up and whistle, and then open your mouth really wide like this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's what letter W sounds like. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Can you try? What does W sound like? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Nice job. W says whoa, 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 as in wake up. So we're going to play the little wake up game today. Okay, so we're gonna get into our sleeping bags. That's something you do when you're camping, and we're gonna go to sleep. When the bell rings, I want us to wake up, but I hope we don't also wake up any bears. Are you ready? Get into your sleeping bag. What does letter W say? Whoa, 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 as in wake up. Okay, so here we go. Good night, everyone. Let's go to sleep. Wake up, everyone! Uh-oh, we also woke up a bear. I think he's going back to sleep. Ooh, that was close. What does letter W say? Whoa, 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 as in wake up. Let's do it again. Get in your sleeping bag. Good night. Let's go to sleep. We woke up the bear. Oh my goodness, we woke up the bear. He's going back to sleep. Whew, that was close. What does letter W say? Whoa, 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 as in wake up. Let's do it one more time. Let's snuggle into our sleeping bags, and let's not snore. We might wake up the bear. Good night. We woke up the bear. Oh no. He's going back to sleep. That was a close one. Well, W says whoa, 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 as in wake up. So now we know what letter W looks like. We know how it sounds. So let's write the letter W. So to make a letter W, you're going to start at the top. You're going to slide down and walk back up. Slide down and walk back up. Kind of looks like a bear's sharp teeth. Down and up and down and up. Would you like to skywrite, or you could try it on your own paper? Here we go. Down and up and down and up. That's the letter W. Let's make the lowercase w. It looks just the same. Down and up and down and up. But maybe it's the baby bear because it looks much smaller. Down and up and down and up. Try writing it for yourself or skywrite. Nice job. So this is the letter W, and we're going to do a special sound today. What do you think a bear sounds like? A bear says, "Err." Can you do that? A bear says, What does a bear say? You know what else says 2 letters. We're going to learn the special sound made by the 2 letters I and R. So I and R together makes this sound. Well, we're going to try to make a word with this. And if you go for a walk in the woods and you look down on the ground, you know what you're going to see? You're going to see dirt. So we're going to try to spell the word dirt. We know that IR says but what letter says d, 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 like you're knocking on a door? What letter says d, 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 d? D, that's letter D. Now what letter says t, 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 like a ticking clock? T, 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 t. That is letter T. Now let's try to read this word. We can do it. Reading is super duper easy. We know that D says D and T says T. And we just learned that IR together says So let's put it all together. D, dirt, 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 dirt. You just read a word with our special sound. What does IR say? Good work. Okay, for a bonus, I want you to see if you can spell bird. I think you can do it. All right, now it's time for our math minute, and we're going to be doing measuring with marshmallows. I'm going to be using a worksheet, and I'll put the link below so a grown-up at your house can print this for you, or you could just share with me. That's fine too. The worksheet looks like this. And we're going to be using some marshmallows. There's a page of marshmallows that you can print and cut, or you can use real marshmallows, or you can just share with me. We're going to see how many marshmallows long the tree is. So we're going to move the marshmallows over. We're going to put them right beside the tree, and we're going to keep going until we're at the bottom of the tree. I think we're finished. Now let's count the marshmallows, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this tree is 5 marshmallows long. So we're going to go to this worksheet, find the tree, and we're going to write the number 5. Okay, let's do the next one. This time we're going to be measuring the tent. So let's count and move the marshmallows. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this tent is 4 marshmallows long. Let's find the tent on this page and write the number 4. Good work. Next, we're going to be measuring the lantern. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the lantern is 4 marshmallows long. Find the lantern and write the number 4. Next, we're going to measure the campfire. So let's move marshmallows and count as we go. 1, 2, 3. Let's go back to this page and find the campfire. And let's write the number 3. Okay, we're going to measure the sleeping bag now. Let's see how many marshmallows it takes to go beside the sleeping bag. 1, 2. The sleeping bag is 2 marshmallows long. So let's put a number 2 beside the sleeping bag. Last one, we're going to measure the flashlight. I bet it's going to take a lot of marshmallows. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It took 10 marshmallows to measure the flashlight. So let's write number 10 right here beside the flashlight. Now at the bottom, this says, how many marshmallows long is the tree? Let me put all the numbers back for you. And if you haven't finished filling this out, you can pause right here and make sure that you've filled in all the blanks. Okay, I think we're ready now. So find the tree, and how many marshmallows long was the tree? 5. So let's write a number 5 right here. This last question says, find something in the room that is about 10 marshmallows long. So maybe you might find a marker or a toy. Look around and see if you can continue to measure using marshmallows. And if you don't have marshmallows, you could even use Legos or blocks. Okay, now it is time for music and movement. So we are going to do a fun song. It's all about some forest animals. It's called Forest Dance. There are going to be some animals like the squirrel in the song. So when you hear squirrel, put your hands out like this, like a little squirrel eating an acorn. So we're going to do this when we hear squirrel. Then we're going to do this when we hear the word bear. We're going to put our claws out, bear. For deer, we're going to put our thumbs on our head and stretch out our fingers and make some deer antlers. Can you try that? Deer. Good. For fox, we're going to take our fingers and make some little whiskers for the fox. Oh, that's a cute fox. All right, let's look at the next one. It's going to be an owl. We're going to make the big eyes on an owl. So take your hands like this, put them around your eyes. This is what we're going to do for owl. And then finally for snake, you're going to clap and you're going to move your hands back and forth like a snake. All right, let's practice that one more time. Squirrel. Let me see you try. Good. Bear. Deer. Make some antlers. Fox. Owl. And snake. Good job. Now this is music and movement, so get up and get ready to move. I'm going to let us listen to just a tiny part of this video because it's not mine, but I'm going to put the link below so you can watch the rest of it. Okay, here we go.
Squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. Bear, bear, bear. Deer, deer,
Make some antlers.
deer. Let's do the forest dance.
Fox.
Fox, fox, fox.
Owl.
Owl, owl, owl.
Snake.
Snake, snake, snake. Let's do the forest dance.
Okay, I'm going to stop right there because that's not my video so that you can watch it for yourself. I'll put the link below. That was super fun. Next, we're going to make an art project. We're going to make the woods at night. So I'll meet you at the art table. For art today, we're going to make a scene. It's going to be the woods at night. So I'm just using some black paper and some brown strips of paper. And you can cut the strips of paper to different lengths if you'd like. All right, so first I'm just going to glue down these strips onto the black paper. It takes about 6 strips to fill up the page, so keep that in mind. Or you can cut them thicker or thinner. We did some measuring earlier, so you might even want to measure these strips and see how many marshmallows long each of these trees are. Okay, I'm almost done. Okay, Next, I'm going to be using something fun to do some painting. Marshmallows. When you go camping, you probably eat marshmallows and roast them over the campfire. So I'm going to be using a marshmallow to paint with. I'm just dipping it into some green paint, and I'm going to be painting some leaves at the tops of these trees. Okay, I'm almost done. I think that it's super cute to add some little wiggly eyes to the bottom of this forest scene, because sometimes there are some little animals hiding in the forest and it's hard to see them, but at night their eyes kind of shine. So let's add some wiggly eyes between the trees. Maybe let's add some over here. This one looks kind of tall. Maybe it's a bear. And then maybe we'll add some more right here in the middle. Okay, so there you have it. That's our art project for today. We made the woods at night. Now I'm going to come over and we're going to read a story together. For story time today, we're going to read the story Scare a Bear. This story is by Kathy Jo Wargan. The sign on the tree says, "Do you know how to scare a bear? Would you bang pots and pans? Would you rattle some cans? Would you shout? Would you yell? Would you ring a loud bell? What if that bear isn't easy to scare? Would you stand nose to nose? Would you turn on the hose? Would you make a strange face and a big scary pose? Would you shout, 'I declare it's a bear, be aware'? What if that bear isn't easy to scare? What if that bear wants to go for a swim? Would you holler and hoot? Would you give him the boot? Would you say, 'You can't swim here, you don't have a suit'? What if that bear wants to go for a swim? What if that bear wants to fish from your boat? Do you think he would fit? Would you tell him to sit? Would you share your pole and your best fishing hole? Do you think he would squirm if you showed him a worm? What if that bear wants to fish from your boat? What if that bear starts to beg for some dinner? Would you share your peas? Do you think he'll say please? Would you give him a dish with a big tasty fish? What if that bear starts to beg for some dinner? What if that bear sits down by the fire? Would you share your seat? Would you make him a treat? Would you tell him you think he's had too much to eat? Now, what if that bear wants to sleep overnight? Would you start to giggle if he starts to wiggle? What if he snores? Would you send him outdoors? If he climbed in your bunk, would the bed go kerplunk? What if that bear wants to sleep overnight? What if that bear will not leave the next morning? Would you give him a map with a compass and cap? Would you tell him, "Keep walking, don't stop for a nap"? Would you say, "Mr. Bear, there's no need for stalling. It's time to go home. Your mother is calling"? What if that bear will not leave in the morning? Then call the ranger. I know what he'll say. "This bear cannot stay. You must scare him away." Do you know how to scare a bear? I sure do. It's nothing new. Just say, "Boo!" and off he runs away. What about you? Do you know how to scare a bear? Would you like to try? Okay, give it a try. Oh, you scared that bear. I jumped too. Want to do it again? Do you want to try to scare the bear? Whoa! But that bear was scared. He jumped and ran away. Let's do it one more time. How would you scare a bear? Whoa, that bear ran as fast as he could to get away. You did a great job. And you did a great job today for circle time. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.